All right. Hello
Are
to
we
all.
live?
We are live.
Oh my god.
So our demo just released for Passpartout 2, and we figured it would be a good time to host a little live stream where we can talk about the game and answer some questions that people might have. We have gathered some of the frequently asked questions about the game, but you're also very welcome to ask questions in the chat, and especially give us ideas for stuff to paint. I think that'll be really fun. So, it also feels adequate to have some introductions. My name is Niklas, and I am the animator and also UI artist and programmer sometimes, 3D artist sometimes, promo artist sometimes. And today I'm a streamer. And who is it that I have next to me here?
We at Flamebait have so many hats on. We
Yeah.
should make hats for all our roles so we can walk around with 12 hats each. That would be optimal, I feel.
Oh, I'd love
I'm
that.
I'm Mattias. I'm also gonna take a long time going through everything I do. No, maybe I don't know. We'll see. I'm the game director and CEO of the studio. I keep our vision together and keep us moving forward while all the other people do all the really cool stuff. I'm doing most of the design, writing, occasionally help out with art and stuff like that. So that's what I do.
Sounds very good. Very many cool activities. Okay, so let's play this game that we've not at all played a lot of times.
Oh, what is this game? It looks really cool.
Yeah.
I've been having my eyes on this game for quite some time now.
Absolutely. So I think the probably if you're coming into this game and you might have played the first game or you might know of it, I think that one of the main questions you might have about the game is what the differences are between the first one and this new one. So maybe Mr. Game Director have some cool thoughts to share about that.
Oh yeah, when we sat down and finally decided to do a sequel, we were thinking a lot about what do we want to do with the sequel to make it feel special and make it feel like its own thing while still maintaining that lovely core that the people know and love. And I think the key bits that we decided to add into it, except for like making it extremely beautiful, if I can say so myself. I can say that because haven't made art, so I can say that it's extremely beautiful without it being showboaty, right?
Very good point.
Uh, That's good. But yeah, I would say that the main points of change are the tiny open world explorationness of it, and the ability to actually finally be able to talk with people, interact with them, and help them out with various commissions and stuff like that. I think that is the biggest step. Like we take Passpartout 1 where you were kind of chained to your studio, and then you're in this game you're finally free to break out of your studio and explore the world and draw and sell art as you go and help people and focus even more on building your own little artist story.
Yeah, it's kind of like growing up and moving out of your parents' place. It's just that Passepartout grew up and moved out of the studio.
Yeah, I guess you can say that. Yeah, sure. And you're
Um,
doing yourself a little Flamebait logo, I see.
yeah, I figured
Right.
it's a good time to do some self promotion. You know.
That's
Uh,
fantastic. You have to plug yourself all of the time, or what is it they say?
yeah, it's
I'm
not
not.
it's not sellout if it's your own product. I think.
Yeah, can okay, yeah, sure. I'm not sure if I follow, but yeah, let's run with that. That's life advice for everyone.
Yeah,
Mm, That's really beautiful.
thank you.
Put it straight into the fireplace.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I know. I always
Yeah.
spend way too much time on that painting, only to realize that it just goes into the fire. That's a
Yeah.
bit sad.
So here, Passpartout starts out fairly sad.
Yeah,
There's been some stuff that happened since he was in Paris doing art.
yeah.
So he's been hiding out in this seaside retreat for some time.
Yeah, you become so blind to everything that's happening in the game when you play it all the time. But this is definitely a bit of a different start compared to the first game. Or I guess the first game was pretty sad as well. He was in a garage painting on the streets.
I think what Passpartout does so well and romantically is to tap into the struggling artist dream, right?
Very true.
And that is a vibe that we want to keep going in this game. But I have to say it gets more wholesome as you get into the game.
Yeah,
So it's a bit more upbeat than the first game, I would say.
I'd say so. I think this is definitely one of my favorite parts of the game so far. When you like go from that really sad, dark start to meeting Benjamin, and this like happy music just turns on, and Passpartout stops being sad, and like you get to paint with your old tools and stuff.
Here we have Benjamin, our favorite character.
Yeah, I just keep skipping the the dialogue because I'm so used to this.
Yeah, you have to play more chill, so you can showcase the game better. Benjamin is the only character that was with us from the prototype we made of this game, like 6 years ago or whatever. Because then we had the Benjamin. I don't remember if he was named Benjamin at that time, but the Benjamin character is the only one that kind of stuck through the whole thing, right?
I think his name was Baguette Man.
Yeah, it was Baguette Man from Part, yeah. Yeah, but we couldn't find any people in France named Baguette Man, so it didn't feel so authentic, right?
For some reason, really strange.
For some reason, yeah.
But yeah, we did have... He's the only character who's been carried over to all the way to the second game. We did have a few characters from the prototype that made it into the first game, right? I think. The lady who... The lady in the prototype who drank wine and stuff, and then she became the... what's it called? The aristocrat lady.
Yeah, sure. I guess you could say that. I would say that they are. She kind of went away, and then the aristocrat kind of took her place in a sense. But sure. But yeah, we have a few familiar faces from Passpartout 1 that is joining in this the sequel in this adventure.
Yeah.
So we wanted to bring some of them back that you know and love.
Yeah.
But that is a cute, cartoony little Benjamin going on, right? Oh.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually tried to fix this painting or like paint it properly. I usually just like put a bunch of splotches of green or whatever and then move on.
Yeah. But I'm happy that you are the one doing all of the art, because then I can just ride on your talent.
Oh yeah.
Which is very beneficial for me.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if for people just looking, it could look like I'm the one drawing if they're watching without sound.
It's very true.
That gives me a few minutes of fame where people think that I can draw beautiful, lovely cartoon art.
Yeah.
So I'll take that to the grave. That'll be good.
Maybe I should have put the camera so that you could actually see the little pen that I'm holding, because wow, we have support for drawing tablets.
Yeah, we have support for drawing tablet, proper support this time.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't even require disabling the Windows Ink thing, which was a fantastic little conundrum for the first game. So It should all be working smoothly for you with the drawing tablets wanting to play the game. It even has the added benefit of giving you some of that pressure sensitivity. So if you see Bangan drawing a bit, you can see that his brush size can be both large and a bit smaller, depending on how much size pressure he puts on the pen, which is really lovely. Lovely little addition.
Very, very nice. It's one of those really tiny features that I think a lot of the experienced artists are gonna appreciate a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can't wait to see all the glorious art that will be made in this game.
Yeah, especially with all the new tools. Like, people made amazing things in Passpartout 1 just using a round brush and this weird spray can tool that was like a grainy sort of weird texture. So it's going to be really interesting to see what people do. Sorry?
This painting is really taking shape.
Yeah.
I think Benjamin is going to be very happy with what you've done here.
I'm doing the old, like, kid mistake of doing the background last, fortunately, but I think it's gonna be fine. So I think next question on the frequently asked questions list that I've made is what part of the game that has been the most fun to work on so far?
Ooh. So much about this game is so fun. I do think that designing and creating the commissions has been the most fun. Like building up these small little stories about why they need help and how you can help them, and what happens if you don't help them. Has been a ton of fun. And it also is so gratifying because it adds this new layer to the Passpartout experience, where you don't always have to draw on a blank canvas. You every now and then you're able to get this commission to kind of set a creative frame for you, which is super fun, I feel.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your fave?
It's really tricky because I think one of the main things that I really enjoy about working on this game is that I have a lot of variety in the type of tasks that I do. Like some days I'm the animator, and other days I'm the UI artist, and other days I do programming, and it's really satisfying to be able to go back and forth between things like that, I think. But I think if I were to pick one feature, it's a very tiny feature, and I'm gonna show it here. It's the birds.
Yeah, the birds.
It's almost a bit of a running joke between me and the other artists that we have been wanting to do birds since we founded the company, but we've never really gotten around to it because it's not really an important feature, so to speak. But this time we basically just sat down and made a bird. And it was a very tiny task. It just took a couple of days, but it's very satisfying to sort of see it bring a lot of life into the world, if that makes sense. Because they sit around and peck the ground and do whatever birds do until you come running up, and then they fly away, and that's like all there is to it. But it still adds this extra thin element or like thin layer of life into the game. So that's really nice, I think.
I think it was really amazing to see how such a small thing could add so much love into the game, which is strange always, because when you're making game you always try to be a grown-up adult person and make reasonable decisions of what to include, but sometimes and when you do that, it's easy to overlook stuff like a little bird that flies away, but once you get it in, and then you realize, oh, this was way more important than we first thought.
Yeah, exactly.
I felt
usually you look at the big things when you make those sort of decisions.
Yeah.
Oh,
time to sell your art.
Yeah, if anyone wants to buy it.
Selling Benjamin again. Let's see.
Benjamin wants to buy himself, maybe. Right up his alley.
That's right up his alley. Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you appreciated my version of your painting, Benjamin. That means I can also afford the table. Wow, the table only costs 50 money. And that means you can place the table wherever you want. Isn't that a cool thing?
Yeah, you're finally unlocking your draw and sell it as you go flexibility.
Yeah.
That you really want.
And someone said in the chat, draw a seagull. Paint a seagull.
Everybody loves seagulls, apparently. I love the look of a seagull, but the audioscape of a seagull leaves a bit to be desired, I feel. Maybe there are people who like that too.
Yeah, it does give the cozy sort of docks vibe, I guess, but it's not a very pleasant sound to the ear. I will agree.
Yeah. Do they have a lot of seagulls where you grow up, or
no?
No.
Almost none, actually, to be honest.
In Gothenburg, my hometown, I feel like there are only pigeons and seagulls in the city. And once you've had an entire day of listening to a seagull screaming, then you kind of had enough and wish that you could tell them politely to fly away
Yeah.
and be, or just be silent and be cute instead. I don't know why they need to shout so much. I think they don't get enough attention. They just need a bit more attention, right?
Yeah.
And luckily, we're giving them some attention here in stream right now by drawing a homage to the seagulls of the world.
I feel very scared about this task because I'm kind of realizing that I don't really know what a seagull looks like. So I'm just here like,
I think they have white bodies and gray wings with, I think, black tips on the end of the wings. I think that is the
right.
key. And
Yeah.
then they have almost a bit of a hawkish head, right? But not as pronounced, and a longer beak than a hawk.
Oh, this is a disaster. Wait, birds have like they have usually a big chest, I think. Oh,
Yeah, they have
no.
fairly big chest. I mean, don't feel any pressure. I just feel like this is our tribute to all the seagulls of the world.
You know,
Like, we need it to be pretty good.
I'm just gonna accept that I won't get this right, so I'm just gonna do something very terrible.
Oh, it's like amazing medieval paintings of lions before anyone had seen a lion. They had just
Exactly.
heard stories about lions, and they look hilarious.
Yeah.
I think they have human mouths usually,
Yeah.
which is moves beyond hilarious and into the territory of terrifying instead. But it's fun to see like competent medieval artists try to depict something they have never seen.
Yeah, that's actually one of the best things that I've seen on the internet, to be honest.
That's fantastic.
It's like they have the proportions of dogs because dogs are the only thing that they've seen in terms of, or like the most common thing, I guess.
Mm.
Okay, so this is a seagull. I am a game artist, I promise. Don't worry about it.
Steven the seagull.
Steven the seagull, yes.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's good. I like it. You should give him because they always steal food. They are really greedy little buggers. So you should give him like a hot dog or something in his mouth. That's like, and give him like evil eyebrows.
Yeah.
So you can really get the sense of like this is a mischievous seagull.
Yeah.
They're really rude. They do
like
not
that idea.
respect property.
Yeah, I like that idea. So it's let's see, it's a hot dog eating, stealing, very evil looking. Someone said you just invented the dragon seagull, which I'm very much a fan of that, to be honest.
you can give him the most. They don't usually have like flippers, but you can give him claws. That's murderous.
Yeah, that's a very ugly hot dog. I'm just maintaining the trend of doing ugly things so far.
No, you're maintaining aesthetic consistency is what you're doing.
Yes, that is.
Which is important, very important for any artwork.
Yeah.
Like if you made a super realistic hot dog right now, how would that seagull feel in that picture?
Exactly.
Like that wouldn't make sense.
No, it would be that would be a terrible picture.
That would be a terrible picture. But you need to be consistent. That is all.
Yeah.
Those are some terrifying legs. they have the chunky muscularity to it. I love it. Can we? I hope we can get some. Oh my god. Oh no.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
So this is the. It's not really dragon legs. It's more like Chad at the gym legs. But I'm fine with that, to be honest.
And we get a really sad 5-year-old in the bottom left corner.
Oh yeah,
crying.
because he just lost his.
So we can keep building the story into this dragon seagull.
Yeah.
That it was supposed to be a homage, but I feel like we're just disrespecting the seagull, which is fine. I respect disrespecting seagulls. I think it's a viable thing.
5-year-olds usually have hats with spinning propellers on them, right?
Yes, all 5-year-olds must have hats with spinning propellers. That is, I think there's a law about that somewhere really. Don't ask me what happens with kids who don't have it, because yeah.
Okay, so how about this? Is this a... Oh no. Just this.
This looks fantastic. It's almost as the seagull, as if the seagull is dropping the kid from midair. Like the kid was holding on to the hot dog all the way up, and then the kid's like, "Oh, I don't have the strength anymore," and it's like, "No, my hot dog."
I'll just accept that.
That is fantastic.
What did we say? Was it Frank the seagull?
Steven the seagull.
Steve. I'll do Steve because it's shorter. Steve the dragon seagull. Okay, the dragons. Okay, the dragon sea. Whatever. That's good.
Yeah, we can't fit the largest names yet.
No. So who do we think would want to buy Steven the dragon seagull?
I mean, for me, it seems reasonable that a certain gentleman down at the port would be interested in a seagull-themed
That's
painting.
very true.
Wouldn't he? The old fisherman,
Yeah.
Harry. Probably one of my favorite voices in the game, also. So I think, yeah.
I must agree with you. I guess I'm a little bit
You're biased because you made the voices,
a little
but
bit
I can tell you that the voices you made for Harry is amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
And
Thank
you're
you.
probably the best at the office when it comes to making old man noises overall.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is a real skill you have
That's
that you should be proud of.
It's the most beautiful compliment I've ever gotten. Okay, so let's see if you want to buy the seagull. Steve the Dragon Sea. He's just walking away. What is this? What is this? What the heck? Wait. Oh. Okay, I thought it was a bug.
Biding his time.
He was actually walking up the stairs.
Oh, okay. He was like, yeah. He wasn't ready for it. He was just taking a little bit of a thinker's stroll. Like,
Yeah.
why should I offer this amazing painting?
He wants to buy it! 95 money.
Ooh.
I'll take that
Nämen.
offer.
95 monies?
So, someone actually asked on the Discord server about the haggle, or like the bargaining mechanic that we had in Passpartout 1.
Yes.
And it does still exist, right? But not in the same in the same way.
Yeah, the bargaining mechanic has always been a tricky one. I didn't particularly enjoy the one in the first game, how we executed on that, and I can say that because I designed it. It felt more like a gambling system more than anything else. So when we went into this game, we wanted to check out how can we do haggling in a sense that doesn't feel like this gambling thing. And the way we're doing it right now is that actually if you reject a bid and someone else is also interested in the same painting, they will be willing to pay you even more for it. And then you can keep that going for a little while until you lose their interest. So that way you have a bit of a more dynamic type of selling where you kind of play people against each other to increase the price, but you also risk losing the sale if you push it too far, which is way more fun, I feel, as a mechanic.
I agree. And someone wants me to paint a Passpartout. Oh wait, do you mean like maybe this person means a Passpartout that you put in a painting? But I'm just gonna interpret it as the character Passpartout.
You can't you put Passpartout inside a Passpartout?
Oh yeah, I should do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
That would be ideal.
Sounds very good.
You also should have enough money now, right, for a little upgrade in the shop, right? Maybe that would be helpful moving into this art piece.
Actually, I'm very down for that. That's a good idea. Just gonna call this Passpartout in... Oh no, I can't do that. Passpartout in a Passpartout. Oh, it didn't fit. Okay. Okay, so let's check out the Benjamin shop.
And one improvement with the sequel is that you can actually bring back paintings and keep on painting on them. So he just puts that straight into his inventory and joins into the shop and then can keep on painting later.
Yep, very nice. And I think probably if there was one feature that was mostly requested for the second game, or that people had complaints about with the first game, was that you couldn't actually spend your money on things.
Yes.
And obviously now you can spend money on things. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. So we both have this shop that restocks with some a few items. Will obviously contain more items in the full game. Here we can buy a few new tools that are hopefully super fun to use, all with their own little identity and texture to them. And you can also spend your money and save up to buy your own studio, which is located to the east of this little shop.
Very cool. And this is one of the returning characters. Good old George. So we can see here that he has the studio for sale, obviously from the sign. He used to use it for writing, but he hasn't been doing a lot of writing recently, so he has a bunch of unfinished books, I think. So he's selling the studio. But I cannot afford it right now, so I'm not gonna buy it. Sorry, man. Well, let's continue on that Passpartout painting.
Yeah, let's pick up that ball. It's time to wrap him up.
And then we can see here all my different things. I also found a map. Check that out. So here we can see the little town, or at least a little part of the town.
So if you ever get lost, you can take a look at the map to find your way.
Yeah. Or you can paint on it and then sell it. It's also an alternative.
Yeah.
I'm trying to use the Photoshop shortcuts to change the brush size.
In Passpartout, we're keeping it simple by just binding it to your scroll wheel on your mouse to change the brush.
Much easier, I'd say.
Yep.
I was gonna do him holding a paint brush, but I feel like I'm kind of messing up the composition because I need to put a Passpartout around the edges then later. But I think
it's a bit tight on space. It can be a very, very, very tiny Passpartout.
Yeah.
The smallest Passpartout in the universe.
Yeah. If you were to pick, Mattias, one a new feature, which one would you be most excited about?
Ooh.
This might be a tricky question because I think some of the features, at least that I'm the most excited about, are features that we might not really be ready to talk about.
Yeah, they are. I think so. I agree with that. Some of the most exciting features are still in the secret box of secrets that we're not ready to talk about yet. But I think if we look at the demo itself, in terms of features that are really, really exciting to me, I think probably the way the painting feels right now is really exciting to me, and the way we can make more new tools that have this really nice vibe to it. I think that would be one of them. I think it's contending with the commissions in terms of excitement for me, because I think those two are the really, really fun additions. But they're like so much fun going into the game, so it's hard. Yeah. It's hard. Like I enjoy buying stuff in the shop as well. I want to studio stuff. So yeah, for sure.
But I definitely say I agree with the painting, which is a good thing because that's what the game is about, right?
We spent a lot of time trying to get the painting to feel right for Passpartout, and make it, most importantly, make it feel easy to use and accessible, and even like in a sense that the art, the brushes themselves do a bit of the work for you, so you feel like stuff automatically kind of looks okay and cool.
Yeah,
and that has been a key thing for us, and we hope we'll achieve that with all the brushes coming in.
Yeah,
the stuff in the game.
I just realized I'm not reusing the new brush, so that's a bit silly. But this is the pen. tool that I just bought. And yeah, I was about to say that probably, if I were to pick a very specific feature, it would probably be the sound effects from for when you're painting, like when you're putting the brush, the canvas, and you're moving it. There's a lot of really nice sounds that Victor, who does sound stuff in the game, managed to figure out.
Yeah, the sound work of the brushes I feel are really strong.
Yeah.
So shout out to Victor and Louise, who are the two main culprits behind the audio brush system, if I recall. I hope I didn't forget anyone, because that would be embarrassing tomorrow. I would get the stink eye.
Yeah, I think Gustav also was part of the brainstorming of the brush functionalities.
Yeah. Then we do a shout out to Gustav as well.
Yeah.
So no one's forgotten. Passpartout is really taking shape here.
Yeah, I felt like I had to justify my position as an artist somehow. Oh no, I just ruined it. Oh no. I just realized that Passpartout has this very specific shape on his mouth, where it's like he doesn't really have a mouth, it's just like a little edge that goes out of his head.
Yeah, it's this little Kermit edge.
Yeah.
But there are no mistakes in art, only happy little accidents, as a wise man once said.
Very true. Could not have said it better myself. Okay, the good thing about painting Passpartout is that you can always just look at him.
Yeah, he's always there. That's also one thing that we wanted to try to capture with the game, that when you're exploring, you have this like side view that can help you sort of draw whatever is in the environment at that time, if you want to get inspiration and do like that type of life drawing or whatever it's called.
Yeah. And also hopefully making environments that sort of look like they want to be painted, if that makes sense. I have found myself a few times trying to paint the store that Benjamin has, because of like the shape and the colors of the little, it's called marquee or whatever, at the windows. It's really satisfying to paint that. Okay, but I think this is taking shape. We just need Passpartout, and also I need to fix this shirt because it's a huge mess.
Yeah, I would say that the shirt is the sloppiest work, but looking solid.
I was happy with the pose.
Yep.
But the shirt is kind of ruining it. Oh no, what do I do?
Make it all black and start over.
Maybe.
Alright. Coming together, right?
Next question.
Oh, let's hit it.
What has been the hardest part of development so far? It's the classic question that you always get at like presentations and stuff.
I think the hardest part with making Passpartout 2, or making any sequel, I imagine, without having made any other sequel, is to find the balance of having the game feel fresh enough so it feels like its own exciting experience with the new additions and all that, yes, but not so different that you no longer recognize the game. I think that is a tightrope that is more difficult than I expected to walk. But I think that the fact that we've been aware of it from day zero making this game, I feel like we've been able to keep it. But I guess that's up to the fans to say if it has the Passpartout vibe, right?
Yeah.
That is always the challenge.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But in terms of concrete stories of what was the biggest challenge, was when I wanted to get little nasty people of town. No, they're pretty people. They're nice, but to make them look at Passpartout as he runs by.
Oh,
that was the most intense programming I've ever been through, my entire life.
Yeah.
Because what would happen is that, because if you run around near someone, you can see that they move their heads a bit and they look at Passpartout. And we don't want them to look at Passpartout straight on like some sort of Terminator Arnold Schwarzenegger robot, because that would be intense.
Yeah.
But I didn't even get to that part, that problem at first, because I was stuck for like a day with
Oh.
the people behaving like someone from The Exorcist, twisting their head all the wrong ways. Like I think Passpartout looked at people with his right ear, and all the other characters looked at Passpartout with their back head instead of their front head, and I was like trying to rotate stuff and make sure that the head got in the right, looked at the right way, and was it was the most intense
Yeah.
development. It's funny how such a small feature can become so intense. It sounds so simple and silly, but
Yeah.
sometimes those things takes time.
I think if anyone who's watching has sort of experience with programming and how like rotations work, I think they will be able to relate. Quaternions and stuff that most mortals don't really understand, I think. Because I also took try my hand at that task like way before, and I just ended up doing a very ugly, disgusting solution for it that wasn't really reliable to keep in the end. So I basically just forwarded the issue to you, I think.
Yeah, for sure. So now you're doing the commission, the first commission of the stream, right?
Yeah.
So here you're helping Harry out. He's been fishing at the docks, and he got a danger fish on the hook, which is bad news for the beach, because if people start swimming, they could get in trouble, right? You don't want to get bit by a danger fish. So Bengan here is drawing a lovely little warning sign that is supposed to scare people into not swimming in the docks.
Yeah. This is also like, I feel like everyone has the standard. So like when you're playtesting internally, at least I have like a standard painting that I do for all the things. Like if I'm just trying to sell something to try the animations or something, I usually have like one standard painting that I just do, and I think that applies to the commissions as well. It's usually just a triangle that's yellow and then a fish in the middle who looks angry.
Yeah.
Do you have like a standard painting that you do when you're testing the game?
Yeah, I also have those, and they get sloppier every time by the day. Yeah, for sure. But I find myself, and that is when the game is most enjoyable to test, is when you kind of accept the fantasy of the game again. Like when you don't get so cynical as you can kind of tend to get when playtesting, and just embrace the experience and have enjoy it and have fun with it.
Yeah.
And then I make totally different stuff and just find myself in the Zen mode that the game can invoke.
Yeah.
I think the sad, angry emojis are really gonna help scaring people off.
I think so too.
I think it's the key.
Yeah.
And as you can see in Passpartout, we have many different canvases you can draw on, and we're having more in the full game, but we have a small selection here in the little demo where you can find canvases around the town.
Yeah, there are a few ones scattered in. There's the map on the stand. Isn't there an info thing here, or am I misremembering something? Nope. And then there's also a bunch of different. You can actually talk to the trash cans, and sometimes you'll find something in the trash can that you can later paint on, which I think is a really neat feature.
Yeah, we wanted you to be able to feel like a trashy artist if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Felt like an important little addition for the roleplay of the game.
Yeah. It would feel appropriate that I would use the pencil on the paper. What should I paint on the paper?
Oh. I want to see Banana Man doing a comeback. Weren't you an excellent banana drawer? Or who was that?
Maybe I was.
I think you have a reputation of doing really good bananas.
Oh, damn.
At least in my head right now, you have a good standing with the banana men of the world. So
It might have been me, but it might have been a very long time ago. But I'll draw a banana.
yeah, I want a banana.
A banana with sunglasses. It's really cool.
Of course, preferably with like a top hat and a cane and like doing like the musical dance
Oh
type of
god.
thing.
It
Just
sounds like
one
lot
leg
of,
up.
yeah, a lot of complicated poses.
Yeah,
But maybe
that's what
it's,
I throw on you.
yeah. I think one of my favorite things to draw is probably legs. Can't say I'm that good at it, but it's always fun to make these like really overly human legs on things that aren't human.
Oh yeah, you do just as you did with the seagull, the nasty
Yeah.
muscular. Uh, it's kind of gross.
It's a little gross, but that's what makes art fun, right? Because
Yeah, yeah.
you
It's
can
the
do
thrill.
whatever you want.
You're free to explore.
Something like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then some sunglasses just so I know where his head is at.
Yeah, this is an excellent banana man coming together.
And then one of these triangle mouths. Did you say a top hat?
I mean, if I can, he could hold the top hat in his hand as well. That is also
Oh.
acceptable, as kind of this like hats off type of vibe.
Yeah. I forgot to fill the background with a different color, so now I can't erase anything.
Yeah.
It's a classic mistake.
Is it because he has legs? Is it a naked banana, or what is the vibe of this banana?
I guess maybe I should make pants for him. This is a bit more safe for work.
Mm.
Let's make him give him jeans.
Yeah, a good pair of jeans. I think that would be excellent. An excellent addition.
I'm not sure how jeans would work on a banana now that I try doing it, but let's just do this.
Yeah, it's confusing.
Yeah.
But I accept those jeans. Those look good.
Yeah.
Solid jeans.
It's like when you think about how would a dog have pants on? Would he have pants on all the four legs, or would the pants stop at like the stomach, like they do with humans, and only on the back legs? If that makes sense.
Yeah. I have to say, I'm a strict follower of the back leg pants gang.
Yeah,
The four-legged pants just doesn't make sense. It feels like it creates a bunch of sag around the belly area, right?
Yeah.
So that I don't agree with it.
No, I'm in the same boat as you actually.
I think four-legged pants is provoking, and I'd rather see it banned.
Yeah. But that means that we're doing the right pants for the banana man.
Yeah, the banana man has the perfect pants with the proper amount of legs.
Great to hear. So is this the sort of top hat that you were thinking about? I realized that you're watching the stream, so you're not really caught up.
Yeah, if I ever make weird remarks about stuff in the past, that is because I'm a few seconds behind. But I'm seeing the top hat right now, and it's looking fairly solid. It's a good top hat. It makes me want to dance with the banana man. Like,
yeah.
please invite me to your show, Mr. Banana Man.
Yeah.
I want to be part of the party. And his arm also a bit nasty, muscular, fantastic, incredibly long arm as well.
Yeah, it's
longer than his legs.
It's not very anatomically correct, but he is a banana, so I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, you can't throw shade at you for not knowing Banana Man and autonomy.
Yeah.
Oh, that was hard to say.
Banana
Man anatomy.
Banana Man anatomy.
Yeah, that's a new tongue twister.
I realize now that I think I forgot to add the Passpartout on the Passpartout painting. Oh well. Should we hop to the next question?
Yeah, shoot. I love questions. And I hope people love answers.
You hope people love answers?
I hope people love answers.
Yeah. So this is a question that's a bit maybe redundant to ask, but it's a very common question, so I think we should just mention it. When does the game release?
When the paint has dried.
Yeah.
the eternal question,
Yeah.
and with the eternal answer. No, I think the detailed answer to it is that we want to announce it when we feel we're ready for it.
Yeah.
I think especially when you've seen a few titles, none named, that announced their release way in advance, and then they're struggling to actually meet that release, and it either means disappointing people by postponing the game, and we don't want to disappoint people, or it means sometimes launching a buggy or inferior game, and we don't want to do that. So we want to make sure that we are confident in when we can release before we say when we can release, basically. And I hope people will be okay with that.
Yes. That's exactly the most proper answer I can think of. Will you add controller support? I think so.
Yeah, we're looking into controller support, as well as taking Passpartout to the same platforms as the first game, but we can't promise anything because it's hiccups can occur, right?
Yeah.
So we're focusing on Steam first to make sure that we have a solid PC build, and then we'll kind of take it from there.
Yeah.
But we want to support as many platforms and as many types of controllers as is reasonable, basically.
Yeah. Cool. Who's your favorite character?
Ooh, my favorite character? I do think it has to be Harry, or maybe the chef Steve. I just enjoy their personality a lot, and they're like very, both their voice acting is hilarious, and they have this fun little thing going around about them. But I also have to say that I do enjoy Amelie a lot as well, even though she's just a micro part of the demo. She'll get some more space later. But I do love the little Amelie and her Queen of the Stairs tomfoolery.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
She has definitely the funniest identity, I think. Probably either her or Banky has the funniest sort of personalities.
Yeah, exactly. Like Emily is this like 5 to 7 year old little girl in town, and she has a very strict idea of what she want to do, and she's not afraid to speak up for herself, which is I find that to become a very compelling character when you have like someone who is so young and so small being so strong and vocal. I think that contrast is really interesting and endearing.
Yeah, I agree. And frustratingly enough, she has put up these cardboard castles.
The conveniently placed cardboard castles up the 2 stairs.
Yeah, and then she patrols them very effectively to make sure we don't pass. So that's the thing.
Who would known that a 5-year-old would be the best guard in town?
Yeah.
No one expected that.
No, I don't think so. I think if I were to pick my favorite character, it would probably be either Gerard, actually, or Banky. And I think my reason for picking Gerard is probably based a lot on his newest addition on the different branch that we have that is not part of the demo, sadly. But now he walks as a very old and very slow gentleman. So, like, when you put up the painting next to him, it's gonna take like 15 seconds to walk up to it because he's very old and slow. And I think that makes him probably one of the most endearing characters that we have right now, for me at least.
Yeah, he's fantastic, and he's standing outside or looking at the billboard for the Museum of the Masters, which is this museum up the hill that you can't reach during the demo, which is kind of your gonna be your end goal? Like when you get your art finally among the other masters in the Museum of the Masters, that is when you've made it. That is when you've reclaimed your lost art career.
Yeah.
But not everything is as it seems, and it's not the easiest path to get there.
Sure. I'm just hoping that I just rejected Banky's offer because I thought it was a bit cheap. So I'm just hoping that he makes another offer, or maybe he's just bored with me now. Oh, here he goes.
Yeah, I think he'll make you, but I don't think he'll be paying you more.
I didn't. Okay, well, I guess I'll accept that.
So how it works is that if you have another interested party in the art, they will offer more. But if no one else bids, then you're losing money for each bid until they lose interest.
Oh, that's smart. So it's like a competition. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It does make sense. Actually, Synth is also like one of my top characters, I say.
Yeah, I just love so many of her characters. Like, Bengen had previously written a question like, which character do you not like? And I asked him to remove it because I was like, there's no character I don't like so far. It's like I love them all too much.
It's also a bit sad to talk about, I guess. What,
Yeah,
posters? Wait, I didn't know about this quest. I didn't think it made it into the demo. Yes.
We have a poster request. Yeah.
Oh, is it only if you found the paper or something? Or did I get a paper?
I love that we can surprise the developers of the game with things still. It's a little mystery box, Passpartout 2.
Yeah, because I really thought we didn't include it for the demo. But I saw someone post screenshots about their posters. So now I can be an anarchist.
Finally, you can be an anarchist.
Finally.
Rolly the Crazy is asking what our favorite tool in the game is. What do you got, Bengan?
Oh, it's the pencil, 100%. Because I think the combination of the sound that it makes. By the way, if anyone in the chat can tell me if the drawing tablet makes a lot of noise when I'm scratching it, that would be very good, so I don't like drown my own voice in the scratching.
I can tell you that you can hear it faintly.
Faintly, okay. But yeah, I'd say the pencil tool, like the little texture that it makes, looks just like a crayon. And it has this very physical feel to it that I really do enjoy. Now that I start thinking about the other tools, it makes it a bit more difficult because I really like the watercolor and also the bristle brush. But I think the pencil will have to take the cake, actually, for me at least. How about you?
I enjoy the texture of the pencil as well. I wouldn't say it's my favorite tool though, but it took I think we made 10 iterations or something on the pencil before we reached this point where it starts to finally feel good. So it takes a lot of trial and error to get there. But I would have to say that watercolor is my favorite, but I also really enjoy brushes that can kind of just create a texture and a vibe for me by just splooging on colors, and then you kind of get this vivid background. I really love using the watercolor on a black background with orange color and then making some sort of fiery warm hellscape thing because it just looks so cool together. So I would have to say the watercolor for me.
We need to buy the watercolor later so we can show, because it's really it's as you just said, it does most of the work for you when it comes to just creating a vibe and a texture. So it's really nice. So Synth really dislikes someone, right? Is it George because he's he's bought up a property or something?
Yeah, she's a bit upset about George. It's not something that we flesh out too much in the demo itself. It's something you can hopefully expect in the full game. But she's a bit upset because he bought a little warehouse thing that he's planning some sort of business in, which means that the cool hangout place that she and her friends used to hang out in is now gone. So she's mounting a sorry excuse for a protest against the auction house right now.
Right, so I should paint in the words George smells on the poster.
Yeah, yours stinks. He's the stinky, stinky man.
Yeah. Let's see.
But yeah, I'm very excited for all the tools we will be able to create in the full game. I mean, the tools are already feeling super good, but I think there's a lot of variety still to be explored within the tools and the different settings that we can offer them to make hopefully every tool feel like their own little unique personality thing that has its little purpose for you.
Yeah. Okay, so this is very disrespectful towards George.
Yeah, this is more disrespectful than that seagull drawing from earlier, I have to say.
Which says a lot, I think.
It says a lot, very, very much a lot.
I hope that there are no like bird enthusiasts watching this.
Yeah, maybe we get like the seagull union showing up, and they're like, "What is this anti-seagull propaganda that you got going?" That would be troubling, because we cannot afford the legal costs of going to court over a seagull meme.
George is big smelly. Here we go. I'm really actually really excited about this because I haven't seen this. I haven't done this quest myself in the game.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Cette société ne fonctionne plus.
I thought it was different.
Non, c'est pas possible, pas de cette façon. Non,
Okay,
j'en
I
veux
guess
plus.
that's not a lot of money, but what the hell? Because now we can see them somewhere, right? Yes, it's right here. George stinks. Yes, it's a stinky man. And also here, and also there.
If you go back to Synth, you can see that some of the characters actually gossip about other commissions that's going down. So she has some gossip about George, if I remember properly.
Ouais, pourquoi t'es ici,
The
chien?
old man forgot Emily's birthday again. Oh. Come on, George. You can't forget your grandchild's birthday. Oh, okay, and he thinks Banky is upset. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, I mean I have done this quest, so I'm not gonna pretend like it's new to me. But I'll draw your birthday card. And of course, the only thing he had at hand was his business card. It's a bit sad, but I guess I'll do just.
Can't we all relate to the last minute gift that we're not proud of? The gift that is the gift that is so bad that you're thinking for yourself, maybe I shouldn't have given a gift at all. Maybe that would have been better than this sorry excuse for a gift.
I think that's very much what's happening here.
I can tell you, I've been there too many times. Not good.
D-Day. Will he accept this? Oh. Okay, let's see. Who's that strange talking mohawk-haired young man? Oh. Banky? Oh, I haven't seen this either. Like the fact that George talks about Banky.
Yeah, so some of them gossip a bit about stuff that's going down in town.
Pop? He wanted to pop more? What in the world?
When you talked with him, he specifically said that Emily loves the color pink.
Right.
Or at least he thinks she does.
Yeah. Sad George. Need to spend time with your grandchildren. Oh, I have a spicy question. You want a fun question?
Yeah, spice it up. Time to spice it up.
Where did the idea for the first Passpartout game?
Ooh. I think I'm fairly sure I had the fever when we were still students in university. So I was homesick and watching movies. And one of the movies I watched was a lovely adventure movie called 80 Days Around the World with Jackie Chan and other people. I don't remember the actors' names of. A lovely little adventure movie where Jackie Chan plays a character called Passpartout, which he makes up by at the spot when he's asked for his name, and he just looks at a passport and says that I'm Passpartout. Anyways, in that movie, there is a fighting scene where Jackie Chan is fighting some bad guys, I guess. That takes place in art gallery. And they were smashing paintings on each other, and people were trying to draw art in the background while the fight was going on. And completely unrelated to fighting, it got me, it kind of triggered something inside me, like, wouldn't it be super cool if you could run your own art studio or gallery or whatever? Just sell art or something. And then I realized that I'm not good enough of an artist to be able to do that in real life, because I would go broke instantly. And that kind of led me into, like, maybe you can make a game about that feeling I got right there and then about running your own little art gallery.
Right, yeah.
So I pitched it to you guys and said, I looked back at the pitch. It's the worst pitch I've ever seen. It's terrible. I can't imagine that you fell for it. It's a horrible pitch. But it was basically like, I want to make a game about art gallery stuff. Draw art, sell art, or something. Be rich. I think that was the pitch, and you was like, yes, let's do it. And then we made the prototype that is actually still available. I found it. It's still on itch.io, I think.
Yep, I've seen it as well.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to blast from the past, from the first Passpartout prototype, it's on itch.io. We can see kind of the first roots of what the game is. That game featured a whopping set of 8 colors, as well as 2 reskinned customers coming in on rails. And it had this weird price setting system that we fortunately stepped away from because it didn't make sense.
Yeah, and it also, I think the evaluation of the paintings was entirely based on the name of the painting. Right?
Yes, it was. Oh, I don't remember if it was just that, but it was the AI wasn't very sophisticated. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
Now you got yourself the watercolor brush.
Yeah. Did you say that was your favorite? Or?
This is my favorite tool. It's lovely. You can kind of create this cool gradients and vibes, cloudy stuff. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot.
It's very nice. It's really fun to just do like abstract stuff with random colors and just see what happens.
Yeah, just play around with it. And...
Especially fire. I think fire is amazing to make with this.
Yeah, fire is my favorite.
I've written down the question, why is Passpartout a wooden frogman?
Why is Passpartout a wooden frogman?
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Passpartout was actually not originally designed by us, if I recall. I do recall, right?
It was Mike at Babloon.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Lindell, who did the original concept art for Passpartout.
Yeah.
Which was this green little puppet man that was supposed to be this... Because we wanted Passpartout to be this sort of empty shell of a character that you can kind of just step into. And we wanted it to feel like that no matter where you come from in the world. Or we just wanted everyone to be able to relate to the character and just put themselves in the little green painter's shoes.
Yeah.
And that is why I mean, obviously there are more colors than green, but it kind of just happened, as things do. Some things just happen.
Yeah, I think we talked about green, and then he made the sketch, and we were like, that's cool. And then we went with it, so.
Yep.
Why are they wooden puppets, anyway? Do you remember that? Why did we decide to make a puppet theater?
I think. Ooh, this is a hard question because you're moving me back in time
Yeah.
to a place I no longer remember. I feel like Gandalf walking into Moria, having to sit down for 2 days to figure out what's the next step. But I think it was just an experiment that we instantly fell in love with when we did the prototype, because there are puppets already in the prototype.
Yeah.
And we just loved the vibe of that and kept it going. And I think it's worked really well for us because we're being able to expand on it, because it makes the game also on an artistic level feel like what do you call it, like a theatrical recreation of some sort of life events. It becomes this story, this like almost manipulation or whatever.
Yeah.
That I really enjoy, because we are trying to tell a cheeky story about art history through this game,
Yeah.
and it feels cheeky to tell it through wooden puppets.
Yeah. It makes everything so much simpler in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it shaves off a lot of realities that wouldn't support the game, and just helps you focus on letting the game tell what the game wants to be told. Basically.
Yeah.
That's my fluffy answer, at least.
Yeah. And I also think it was somehow related to the fact that we wanted the game to be only from one perspective. I think that was at least part of the discussion. Like, we said that if we have the game just from the side view, then we can just put up the paintings in one direction, and you will always be able to see the paintings, and you can see the characters coming into the scene and whatever, and it just kind of simplifies the whole situation instead of doing some sort of third person thing. And then I think that idea, together with the idea of a puppet theater, felt like it really made sense together, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it definitely has a lot of utility to it. That it becomes much easier to develop high quality when you limit the perspective.
Yeah.
But it also felt in Passpartout, the first game, it felt like a very cute way to progress the story as well. When we have these curtains drawing in,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then you just like it's a cute way of teleportation that I really enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. So this strange art piece is coming together. Can you see anything in this? Can you see the current painting? Could you, like, if you were to interpret this?
Oh, it reminds me of a painting I have at home that I got from my mom. That is this abstract thing. Maybe I can show it. Can I show it on stream? No, I can't, because I have a weird background. Let's abort that. Oh, what does this tell me? It's very abstract. It does feel. It does give me. Is it 2001: A Space Odyssey vibes with the red eye of the robot
Oh,
becoming
right.
sentient?
Yeah.
That feels very pronounced.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a comment on that AI article scare thing that the one Google employee was talking about lately.
Yeah. Together with maybe the organic feel of maybe that AI is approaching organic matter or organic sentience. This looks like an AI eye, but it's also very inconsistent and irregular, like organic things. I don't know. I'm just making things up.
That's what art can be sometimes.
Yeah.
You just make something up.
I like this, so I'm gonna call it done.
It's a vibe.
It's definitely a vibe. All right. I've also written down if we have support for drawing tablets, but I've already answered that. And yes, we do.
But I just learned today from the fantastic person in chat that we do not. It seems like some tablets doesn't necessarily work. We have only been able to test with Wacom tablets, unfortunately. So if you're experiencing tablet issues, please give us a ping with what device you got, so we can make sure to make it work on as many tablets that make sense. Maybe there are some obscure brands that we'll not be able to figure out, but We hope to be able to support as many as possible.
Yeah, definitely. We have a Discord server, so you can definitely go in there and just yell at someone that your specific tablet doesn't work. Did you see that I just sold that painting for 240?
It seems like it was just right up his alley.
Yeah. It looks like the hellish gate that the dragon seagull came from. Yeah, that's about right, actually.
We have one from the Seagulls Union in the chat.
Yeah.
I think this person is upset. Seems like Steve has been screaming about some sort of commission for you.
Yeah, I saw that. I just wanted to get the bristle brush as well, because that's also one of my favorite ones. Didn't you say that it was also like one of your top brushes?
I felt bad about picking 3 out of, what is it, 6 brushes?
Yeah.
For my top list.
Yeah.
It felt like it stops being a top list and just a list of brushes at that point. No shade to you. I respect your list, of course. So I chose to not include this, but I do love it as well. It's really nice.
I'm just gonna quickly try to paint Steve with this brush and like in a really rough sort of way.
And if anyone in chat has like a dream brush they want to see in the full game, please let us know. We may not always reply to your suggestions, but we always look at them and keep them in mind.
Yeah.
When making the game.
Yeah, we definitely like basically read everything that comes into the Discord server.
Yeah, we're like the biggest lurkers.
Yeah.
We lurk so much.
Absolutely.
That is a good chef's hat.
Thank you. I was not planning it to be this.
It has the chunk, a really good chunk.
Thank you. A bit more shade here. I was gonna do this rough. Darn it, I forgot about that. Here's Steve's face. And here's his coat. And here's his beard. There you go. I'm actually out of questions.
That's fine. We can just talk about gameplay and stuff. Enjoy the drawings of Steve.
See if he wants to buy it. Yes! What? Oh, what? That's a bug. I didn't click anything.
Oh no, did he? So this is a good time to do a bit of a disclaimer. This is a demo, which means that the game is not completely done and some bugs may still occur. And we hope you can live with it. Because in the end, it's a free demo, so
yeah,
we should give us some slack. We're trying our best to kill all the bugs, and there shouldn't be any game-breaking ones at least left, not that we know of. And if you find one, please ping us.
Yeah,
we love to crush bugs. Bug crushing is a second occupation to us.
Yeah, I think he gave up on buying the painting actually. So this might be, it's not a game-breaking bug, but it's a Steve-breaking bug.
A Steve-breaking bug. You can talk with him about his commission instead.
Yeah.
He really wants you to do the commission. Maybe he'll accept that one.
Vibrant, something with a nature vibe, yeah. Right, so nature vibe. I usually, when I paint paintings for Steve when I'm playtesting, I usually just think about like how would a plate or like a meal look like, and usually you would. Okay, now it works. Yes. Usually you would have something green, so like a salad, and you would have something red, maybe tomatoes or ketchup or something. Could even make the tomato a bit shiny. You don't like tomatoes, right?
I have a complicated relationship with tomatoes, and it's something that is disturbing me because I am, what am I? I'm 28 years old. I feel like I should not be a baby who does not like tomatoes anymore. And it's complicated, but I just think Swedish tomatoes in particular are the most underwhelming experience of sadness. that you can probably get on a plate. I do not mind a cooked tomato at all. I actually went down to Greece with my wife and had a Greek tomato, and that was amazing. So well done, Greece, I say, or Greeks. Did I just compliment an entire? Oh yeah, good. Well done with your tomatoes. And to not make anyone upset, I'm sure that Italians also have great tomatoes, but I haven't been there to taste it yet. Is this the start of my food blog where I taste tomatoes? That would be
Matthias'
strange.
tomato blog. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a strange twist.
No, but I do
sure.
agree with you, because usually the Swedish tomatoes are like bombs of just water. Or like
It's
water
a watery
balloons.
bomb, and it has this like super depressing orange green color to it, and it's like rigid, and it's like no,
Yeah,
it's not at all what I want in a vegetable.
yeah. My mother grows her own tomatoes, and
Ooh.
like they turn out completely different from like the regular store-bought tomatoes.
Hmm.
Because they're like is there a different word for flesh? I'm gonna
No,
say like
tomato flesh is a thing.
yeah, tomato flesh. It's like there's almost no water, and there's mostly flesh, and it's very, very tasty. Like it tastes a lot more like a tomato than store tomatoes, I guess. So if you do have the capacity to grow your own tomatoes, I would totally recommend that. Or if you live in Greece, then you can just buy the store-bought ones, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Don't you need a greenhouse to grow tomatoes? I think
Yeah.
that is the key
I
to a
think
good
so.
tomato. At least in Sweden, where sun isn't always a thing.
Yeah.
Right. But I
Yeah.
mean, tomatoes must grow like crazy up in the north during summertime, because you have so much sun there, right?
I think maybe, but she has a greenhouse,
Yeah.
so it's mostly due to that, I think. Because I think there's a lot of sun, but it doesn't really last for a very long time. What's usually the last thing I do? I do green for salad, and then I do red for tomatoes, and then I do brown for meat.
You do like a corn with like the leaves on the corn thing.
Oh, a yellow. No, what? Oh yeah, one of those things. That. What does corn look like? Like this? It's a lacy corn.
Yeah, that is definitely a lazy corn. But I love it.
And some sharpness.
Yeah, I definitely think you should add some glistening to the steak as well, to make it a bit like greasy and really pop off. Like you've basted it
Right.
in butter and rosemary and
Oof, garlic.
and garlic. Yeah, that is a tasty treat.
Yeah. You always need these glistering highlights to make it look like anime food.
Oh, is that the key to anime? Yeah, now you say it. Yeah, anime food is always glistening.
I think that's it, and probably the animation as well. Like,
Yeah. Oh, I love anime food sequences are ridiculously good.
yeah,
I don't know why they are so good at doing food stuff, but it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's weird, but it's I have no complaints.
No complaints at all.
Something like this, what you're thinking about?
Yeah, this is glistening. It's nice. It's a sweaty patty is what it is. Love it. I love it.
By the way, we talked about. I was gonna say that we talked about Mike doing the concept for Passpartout, or like the concept art for the Passpartout character. He also did this amazing thing that I have next to me, the big poster thing. So shout out to Mike if he's here, which I can doubt because talked to him about it.
A lot of shout-outs to Mike.
Yeah.
But he deserves it. He's a fantastic artist and a fantastic person.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I feel like the other things. Okay, so the tomato and the meat is very shiny. Should I make the salad shiny as well? Probably should.
I do feel like the shininess of the beef takes over the entire art right now.
Yeah.
It makes it pop.
I can't remember what salad looks like.
We draw everything. A good art tip is for anyone not live streaming is that looking at references is a good idea. It's not a shame. It's really good to look at reference pictures of this thing you're trying to draw.
Yes, everyone does it.
Everyone does it all of the time, except when live streaming the demo on Steam.
Yeah.
Then we don't have the screen for it. But I think that looks like a nice little veiny salad.
Yeah, they usually have veins, right? Because it's kind of like, where I guess it is leaves on top of each other.
Yeah, for sure.
But there's something off about it. But
It's acceptable.
Yeah. Steve is gonna love this. There's so much green in it.
Yeah. This is nature on a plate. I tell you that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Something
I think one
like
of my
that.
other favorite bits of about Passpartout 2 so far as well is that some of the commissions and hopefully many more will kind of manifest in the world, so you'll see your art actually become like a permanent installation in the world.
Yeah.
Which I think is very fun because it allows all of you players to make your world your own in that sense, literally with your own art. So the world, hopefully in the end, will sort of tell your story, and you can kind of reminisce on like, okay, that was my old danger fish sign. That's fun and stuff like that.
Yeah. And it's like usually, I guess it's usually permanent, but there might be situations where you can also, like one quest might have you paint something, and then another quest might have you replace it with something. So there's also the room for us to make it so that the world sort of evolves as you play it through the game, which is also really fun, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think that was my favorite thing when we were first prototyping, like when it comes to just features, was to see something that I made appear inside of the game world. Was really satisfying, I think.
Yeah, exactly. When we got that way back when we prototyped the first game, way back, like I was like, oh, look at that! That's my little art piece in the world. That's so cute.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not doing any more veins on the salad now.
Yeah, it's a veiny salad.
Oh, it looks so disgusting on the small brush.
It's a veiny salad. It's so detailed.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
No, I'm not gonna sell it here. That would be stupid. If it doesn't like this, I'm gonna be sad. Yes!
Fantastic. It should have popped up inside the little restaurant area. A bit hard to see.
It's right there.
It's next to the table, so when he has guests later, they can enjoy his art.
Yep. Very nice. And now there was a sign that popped up here. I wonder what that is about. Hello, Steve again. Croissant. I will help you, my man. French-made drawing paper. It's exquisite. So what do? Oh, I need more guests, I guess, for him.
He's struggling to get guests into his restaurant. Many, at least his father Gerard, thinks that may have to do something to do with his choice of cuisine, the food he puts on the table being a bit of the awkward kind. So he's trying to do an Anglo-French fusion,
Right.
which isn't always the most successful fusion, the way he chose to do it at least.
Yeah. Anglo-French means British and French, so I guess England is usually known as the nation with red colors, I think. And France is maybe known as the nation with blue colors, I think. So if I just do this thing, whatever that is, in a blue color, and the other stuff in a red color.
Yummy, yummy food. Yeah, I think he serves. What does he serve? He serves awful dishes, I think, but I can't remember them on top of my head. What is one of them? Beans on baguette,
Uh,
I think.
That's a very Anglo-French dish, actually.
Yeah, which is probably actually one of the few that would actually maybe work, but I think it would offend two countries at once.
Yeah. I think the Brits would be fine with it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. Not to smack down on the Brits, but the British cuisine is leaving me confused.
And they also
And-
like beans a lot, so it's like
They
it's
do,
beans
they
on
do.
bread, you know.
Yeah, they do.
It's a bit of an abstract piece here. Not really digging the color combinations that I've come up with, but you know.
It leaves a bit to be desired, for sure.
Food yum. Okay, let's see if it works.
It's good the design tells you how the food tastes. I think that is important. Every good ad tells you how you should feel.
Yeah, but it doesn't have enough of Les Anglo-French cuisine vibe. Remember that I make a Anglo-French fusion with a unique set of dishes. Now I got it. Okay, so what if I just draw a beans on baguette?
Nasty.
That should do it. But I'm not sure about the color combinations because beans are brown and baguettes are brown.
You should make a French English flag in the background, and then you have a nasty beans on baguette going over it, and then you have it.
But then I have to embarrass myself for not remembering the French flag.
Yeah, that is embarrassing.
It's a bit
It is.
embarrassing.
What is it? Blue, white, yellow. Blue, white, red. I mean.
Right, because I just think of the flag that we have at the little sand fortress in the beginning of the game, which is the old French. I think it's probably an old French flag with like 3 little wiggly shapes.
Yeah, fleur de lis.
Fleur de lis. Right.
Yeah, the old royal flag from when France was a kingdom, I guess.
Yeah. Does this look like beans? How do you draw beans?
I don't know. I miss a bit of that red sauce.
Oh, it's red, right.
You have that red. You have the white, like they're kind of light brown beans, and then you have that red sauce that's glistening. I actually love beans on toast.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I agree. I was gonna use the other red color, but making something that sort of looks like a liquid that is that red instantly gives it more of a blood vibe. So I'm just gonna try with this dark
Do you mean
red.
you almost drew a bloody sandwich?
Yeah. Might have been more fun though, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Blood sandwich. That would be a more Swedish or maybe Polish fusion.
Yeah. That
Blood
could
sausage. and
absolutely be a
blood pudding.
Swedish thing. Yeah, blood pudding.
Hmm.
Is it called blood pudding?
I think it's called black pudding actually in English. But in Sweden we call it blod pudding, which is literally blood pudding.
I think black pudding is... Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Black pudding. Is this good? Do you approve of this beans on baguette?
Yeah, I think it's a good baguette.
Needs
Very
some,
drippy.
yeah, need some of those baguette lines under here as well. I feel like if I'm supposed to make something that is about like related to English food, I should probably make it very brown, and this is very brown, so I feel like he should be into this.
I mean, if he doesn't like this, just slap on a bunch of French and British flags, and I don't know what other things we got. Queen Elizabeth in the corner, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna use the red as highlights, but it's not really working.
It's not paying off.
No.
That is a nasty sandwich, I have to tell you that.
Yeah, I would not eat this.
I would never eat this. It looks like it would kill you.
Yeah, this looks like mold. Like the tiny dots on the beans. It doesn't look like highlights. It looks like tiny specks of mold.
Yeah.
Here's a little shadow. Cool. And then let's do some flags, because why not? Let's embarrass myself. The British flag.
You can always blame me if it's going wrong.
But you're not the one painting incorrect flags.
Or am I? They don't know who's painting.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless they've been listening to us.
This is unfortunate. Would you remind me of the colors for the British flag?
So you have a dark blue background, and then you have a red double cross, or whatever you want to call it, a cross and an X.
Yeah.
And in that red one you have the white stripes, right?
That sounds about right. I thought maybe it was the red that was the background.
No, then it becomes Danish.
Oh.
Oosh.
We're Swedish,
love-
so we're allowed to talk bad about the Danish people.
Yeah, because they talk bad about us, and that is a loving relationship between the Swedes and the Danes.
Yeah.
But they're crap.
Yeah.
They're the worst people.
They smell like poo poo.
Yeah, because the British flag is a joint flag of the St. George's Cross from the English flag, and then you have, I think it's called that at least, and then you have the blue one with the X, the Scottish flag that I don't know what it's called, and then you have the Welsh flag, right? Which I don't remember either how that looks. I think it's
yeah. It sounds like you know what you're talking about.
something like that at least.
This is wrong, but I'm accepting that.
Yeah,
As
well,
it is.
both sides should be red, but we'll accept it.
Oof. No, I'll make it
We'll
red.
accept it. It symbolizes how weird Steve's what do you call it? Fusion food is.
Yeah. And now on to my biggest fear. I think this is it.
But blue, white, red, and you got it.
Yes, I did it. And so I actually, so since you're not looking at this yet, because I haven't painted it on your end when you said it, so I actually got it right.
You did it.
Yeah, I did
Oh,
get
that
it
is
right.
Fantastic flag.
It's a
But
lot.
I guess it depends on perspective, because if a French flag is blowing towards the left, right, then it becomes blue, white, red. I think. So
Yeah,
if you see the backside of it,
right.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
Either.
I might actually also be wrong. This could be this could be the continuation of Sweden Gate when we get the French flag wrong.
True. I'll do a question mark because I'm not entirely sure. I love France. I'm not sure.
That's the weirdest disclaimer. It's like, I
Okay.
love France.
No, wait, he's not. I mean, we're making a game about France. So, okay, here it is. Buy my art piece.
Oh, you didn't gonna give it as an ad?
No, I was about to sell it, but then I changed my mind. Yes! He's into it.
He's into it? Oh,
Yeah.
this will... I'm sure this will pull the customers.
Yeah, actually it looks a lot better now that... Wait, I used the wrong canvas. But he still accepted it.
It works. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks better when it's small, actually.
Yeah.
But it looks
It
a little
looks-
bit like there's some sort of violence related to this little piece of art.
It looks super touristic, right?
Yeah,
It's
it
super
does.
touristy.
Like it could either be very tasty looking food, or like an alien with brains growing in it.
Cool. I think this is definitely one of those signs you will see when you're out on a tourist trip, where you know you'll get really, really bad food.
Yeah,
But it's ridiculously cheap.
yeah, sounds about right. Have we tried all the brushes? I don't think we have.
There might be one left in the little shop for you.
The chisel pen. Oh, nah. I think the pencil is still my favorite. But making like cool shapes with the chisel pen is extremely rewarding.
Yeah.
Just random. For me, it's a very specific type of shape, but I think you can do like almost anything. But I usually just do like, I just go back and forth with it like this kind of, and then just let the universe decide what I'm painting. If that makes sense. I'm not even sure what it looks like. It's just like a abstract sort of thing.
It's so enjoyable to just watch someone else draw.
Yeah.
It feels almost as if I'm drawing.
Yeah. It's
It
also
feels
nice. Sorry?
Your paintings, for at least where I'm at, it starts to feel a bit like an Edgar Allan Poe poem drawing, like it's a Raven poem.
Yeah.
It has this like, it feels like is it a swarm of, no? A host? What is a bunch of birds? What words do you use?
I'd say swarm, but I think that's incorrect.
Yeah. Why do you have different words depending on what type of thing is gathered?
Yeah.
It's a school of fish, it's a swarm of ants, it's a horde of rhinos.
Did you say school of fish?
Yeah, don't you say school?
A school?
When it's a lot of fish, a school of fish. Should not be confused with education, because they will not teach you anything, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Fish are super bad at math.
But yeah, you know, just something like this.
Looking fantastic.
It looks, it's almost a bit menacing with all the sharp shapes, but the colors make it like almost soothing at the same time. Doesn't make any sense.
Sharp and soothing.
Yeah.
It does feel like a raven swarm. I enjoy it.
And then some white in here to get some contrast. I realize now that we don't switch the brush that Passpartout is holding when you use different tools. That's a very...
Yeah, we actually had one in the Discord chat that was just pointing that out.
Oh.
That our little green man is not actually swapping out the brush.
I will personally make the promise that I will make sure that happens.
Yeah, it would be fun if it was a promise you couldn't keep.
Yeah.
Because of weird reasons. It should be incredibly quick to do, but you never know, right? Sometimes stuff hits the fan.
The eternal bane of game development. It's like,
yeah, surely.
This strange thing exists, so you can't do this very simple thing.
Yeah. My biggest regret ever was when I, during the Greenlight campaign for Passpartout 1, promised everyone that we would have tablet support for the game, which I thought was a no-brainer thing that we would be able to make happen, which turned out to be not able to be supported in any good way at that time. Fortunately, since then, tablet support has become a thing for drawing tablets, so we're able to implement that in a good way. But that taught me about not promising stuff you're not 100% confident on that you can deliver.
Yeah.
I guess I was confident at that time, but it was false confidence. Also known as naivete, I think.
Sounds about right. I'm happy with this. I think Harry will buy this, to be honest. Actually, I'm so happy with this strange beans on baguette painting.
I
Oddly
think
happy
it
with
really
it.
works. It really works. It should. The only thing I missed, it should have had a screaming lime green background.
Oh,
Just so you get that really nasty sandwich food court vibe.
yeah.
I think that would be.
Oh well.
But it's good. It's good.
My next playthrough.
I think like.
Wait, what am I talking with? Talking about his adventures, I think. On the Seven Seas. Look at it.
Come on, Harry. You can do it.
Yes! Holy mackerel!
Maybe Harry is a Swedish fisherman. You never know.
Yeah, is mackerel it's a fish in Sweden? Can you fish that here?
Is it mackerel?
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, mackerel.
I'm not sure. It's always hard when you start translating foods and fish and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think we should stop the stream before we unlock the studio to leave that little reward.
Yeah, I think so.
What do you think?
I think so too. I think my my pace of playing this game is incredibly slow. You said that you completed the studio in 30 minutes. It's been
You can speed run.
yeah,
You can speed run.
because I think my fastest run has been like 1.5 hours or something.
Yeah. I do not expect any speedrunning communities to form around Passpartout, I have to say.
You don't expect that?
I don't expect that. It would surprise me, to be honest, to have speedrunning of this game.
Maybe.
It's a strange game to speedrun. But if you do it, I love you. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Someone wants me to paint Harry, and I'm so down for that.
Yeah, let's do a little Harry.
I did get a task from Bank's gift. I haven't seen this. Why am I so out of touch with the quests? Oh, he's yeah. So Banky really wants to be part of the punk gang, so he made this really cute painting of him and Synth, where there's a heart and Synth is blushing, I think, or she's just red in her face. I'm not gonna ruin that. I'm just gonna draw Harry. It would make sense to have a blue background for Harry, I guess. I always draw blue backgrounds, but for this guy it feels very...
You should give him but that's a tricky perspective thing. Like you can do is it the stern? Is that the front of a boat? So you can do the Titanic thing, but with a fishing rod or something.
Oh yes, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's... Wait, like from down below? From the front and below?
Oh, you could do that. I was thinking from behind him, so you have him... But I don't know. Follow your artistic heart.
I'm gonna do kind of a close-up. Oh, this is so bad. I'm setting myself up for defeat here.
That's fine. It's fine.
But basically, imagine a very dramatic perspective from below, where he's holding his hat, to make sure it doesn't blow away in the wind.
That is good. That is good.
I'm just drawing the boat now to postpone the drawing of Harry because it's not gonna.
I want a lot of splashing waves afterwards.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do the pose first. Here's the knee. And here's Harry. No, wait. Where should the... Okay, his right hand is gonna point up in the sky, like he's
Ooh, like he's an explorer.
Yeah, exactly.
I see land, or I see fish, I guess it would be what he does.
Exactly. Yar, she adventure.
Oh, I love where this is going.
And then to make him hold his hat, I'm not sure how to do that. Oh no, this is too complicated.
You're biting off more than you can chew.
I certainly am. Okay, his hand comes from here, so he should have his thumb behind and just his fingers up like this, I guess. Those are his fingers. And then his beard, right? We need to make sure the beard is here. I think there's potential here. I just need to make sure the execution doesn't.
Yeah, I mean,
go
take it at your pace. Like we need Harry to come through. I'm happy that he has a beard because I know how he looks without a beard.
Oh.
And that is the most terrifying sight I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we will spoil the Easter egg. Or it's not an Easter egg, but spoil the secret of a beardless Harry. It's it's terrifying.
Yeah, part of me sort of hopes that there's an undiscovered bug where all the hair in the game just disappears.
Yeah.
Because like Benjamin without his mustache is also cursed beyond belief.
Yeah, it's
but it's very
nasty.
fun. It's very
nasty.
funny. So
yeah, it's hilarious. I mean, this one is really coming together, isn't it?
I think so. Maybe.
I feel the adventure vibe.
Here he's yelling something. Probably that he's seeing fish, as you just said.
Ahoy! Isn't that?
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that what you scream? I don't know what it means, but you scream it.
Ahoy! Yeah, I don't know either. He has. Oh no, he has black pants actually. His coat is yellow. Black pants and black shoes.
I do have to say that like a rubber trench coat during summer doesn't seem to be the most viable outfit.
Yeah, no, that doesn't look like fun. And then we need to do this little, what's it called, a zipper holder thing? Zipper handle?
Yes. Oh, it flaps in the wind. I love it.
Yeah, and I need to make the coat flap as well. Like that. I mean, it could have been better, but you know, I think it's better than what I expected, to be honest.
It's fantastic.
I'm
proud of you.
Thank you. Then we need some outlines, I think, to define its shape a bit more.
The shape of Harry. It's Ed Sheeran's next single, I think.
The shape of a Harry.
That would be a weird song.
Yeah.
Could we get Ed Sheeran to write a song about Harry? Probably not, right?
Probably not.
But that could always be our goal in the end.
Yeah.
But it can be weird to just replace the lyrics. I'm in love with your body would be weird to sing to Harry, I feel.
Yeah.
Unless you're like romantically whatever it's called with him.
Yeah.
I respect that.
I'm
I love little Harry.
kind of happy with this, actually. More happy than I thought I
Yeah.
would be.
You should have a super bent fishing rod. You know, one of those stationary that you have on a boat? So you can get that kind of arc in the empty space.
Right, just something like this. Or... Oh, wait, it needs to... can't go out of the frame. He does have a fishing rod there, so I can just use that as a reference. And then a little handle. And then a little string. Oh, this isn't a pretty fishing rod, actually. But... what the heck?
That's another favorite feature of mine, the little bobbing fishing thing.
Yeah.
Fishing bobber and the line that follows with it.
Yeah.
One of those cute, seemingly unnecessary details that add a little love to the scene.
Yeah. Can you see this dynamic looking line?
Yeah,
String?
that line was amazing. Oh my god, the life of it.
Oh no, wait, you know what I should do?
Is there fish attached to it?
No, I have... okay, wait. Oh, crap. I have a vision for the line. I'm gonna follow through with the vision. It's gonna be even better. I don't think you're ready for this.
I'm never ready for your art. Oh, it's going in depth.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's going closer to the
Yeah.
frame.
Oh, look at that thickness because it's going closer to the camera. Oh my god.
That is so cool.
You're a master of a perspective.
Yeah, thank you. They usually have these little... what's it called? Hulling in Swedish.
Is that one of those little weight balls or?
No, it's the really horrifying part of the hook that makes it
Ah.
stick in the mouth of the fish.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
I'm happy with that. That has a lot of nice curves and stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Let's see if Harry wants to buy himself. Oh, that looks so cool when it's small. Ah. Yes! Oh, so much money. Yes! I think we may have overdid it with the amount of particles on the money when you sell art for a lot of money, but it's funny. Thank you. Thank you
lot of cash.
for liking my Harry painting.
Ouais, chiant, là,
It's
pourquoi?
fantastic.
Ouais, ouais, pote, pourquoi là?
And now I'm gonna continue the Banky quest that I got. Could I just give something else? I'm just gonna give the food yum.
Ouais, toi là-bas. Ouais, tout est chiant là. Ouais,
Okay.
ouais, ça c'est la vérité.
Alright, she accepted it.
You did a sneaky. Oh.
I did a sneak. Let's try to sell the Banky painting.
You can sell Banky's art? Oh no.
Ouais,
Yes,
c'est
she...
bon, ouais.
Well... This is not the worst you've done. 8 money.
Ça y est, enfin, ouais.
Oh, that's
8
nice
money.
though. She loved it.
She did like it.
I feel kind of bad for Banky. I just used him
just-
to earn money.
He sold his art
Yeah.
for cash. Yeah.
And it
that
was a
is,
beautiful gift that he made, and I just sold it to make money.
Oh,
Banky nervous?
oh, bang.
No, she loved it. I don't have the heart to tell him otherwise. Yes, 80 money.
Ah, Banky, Banky.
Good luck, Banky. I hope you can join the punks. Someday.
He's on a good track.
Yeah. I think we are actually approaching the end of this little stream session. Do you have anything else that you think we should like mention or like talk about?
I think we managed to capture the game in a good light, I hope. And I hope that many people will try it out and hopefully have fun with it, we hope. And we really want you to give us feedback in Discord or wherever you can find us. What you think about the games, what tools you want to see, anything that's on your mind.
Yep. Very good. I think that wraps it up. Thanks you so much for... Oh, wait. I need to read this comment. If you're facing a game-breaking bug, it would be really good if you would share it in the Discord server. And also if you could, like, speak a little bit about what happened before it, perhaps.
Yeah.
It would be greatly appreciated.
There's a Discord link image thing on the store page somewhere that can take you if you're not part of Discord already.
Yeah, you can just scroll down. I think it's at the top of the description of the game, actually. Cool, but I think that wraps it up. Thank you so much for coming and watching me paint. Very.
Thank you for drawing. I didn't have to give a display of awkwardness.
Yeah,
That is good.
yeah, I had to show my lack of skills in drawing seagulls. Cool.
Thank everyone for watching in. Take care.
Yeah. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.